The Milwaukee Bucks defeated the Phoenix Suns 108-99 Tuesday night at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. It was announced earlier in the day that the Milwaukee Bucks and head coach Scott Skiles would part ways, as the Bucks named interim head coach Jim Boylen. Here's what Jim had to say after the win in his opening statement.
I told the guys after the game that it was a nice win. It's great to come out. First of all, to break our little losing streak we had going. Take over, have a coaching change, come out, get the first win is great. And I felt like, everybody kind of brought something to the table. Everybody contributed. So that was real positive. That's the message I'm trying to get through to the guys is, we can all do something to help the team. We just got to get out there and be productive. I thought, in the first half, we struggled defensively. The game was easy, looked easy for them. Then in the second half, we tightened up a little bit, got a little more aggressive defensively, got a bunch of stops. We were able to get out in transition, score some points. We had some really nice ball movement. And guys just played well together, so it was a good all-around win. And now it's on to Chicago.
Brandon Jennings scored a game-high 29 points in the win, and he admitted that it was tough to see Scott Skiles go, but was pleased with Jim Boylen's debut.
I think for me personally, just the fact that he's been my coach for 4 years straight and my first NBA coach, I almost called Jim Scott at one point, like yo Scott, what? So, but I mean, hey, it's a business, so I understand now. It was weird, looking on the end of the bench and he wasn't there. So, but hey, I'm sure I'll get over it soon. Jim's been here for 4 years, so.
Jim Boylen goes from assistant to now interim head coach for the remainder of the season, the Milwaukee Bucks have stated, and he likes his role so far.
For me, tonight the game was fun. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I was on the sideline kind of cheering my guys on, and trying to give them whatever energy I could. So it felt great to be out there kind of participating with them.
Larry Sanders had a big game, scoring 10 points and also adding 8 rebounds and 6 blocks. He likes Coach Boylen so far and the energy that he brings to the team.
I love Jim. We kind of fed off his energy. He had a lot of energy tonight. He always does. But him being in this role, he's able to bring it out even more. And, I think that it's really good for the team.
Jim Boylen and Brandon Jennings both had praise for the second-year center out of Virginia Commonwealth in Larry Sanders tonight.
I like Larry's emotion. He and I talk about it. He's got to use it in a positive way. And Larry is growing and maturing. If you just think back to where Larry was this time last year and where he is today, right now as a basketball player, it's amazing. And, I know Larry personally, the other side of Larry, and the way he's grown as a man is really impressive also.
The minutes that he get, he's been playing really well. I mean, he's been rebounding tremendously. He gets in there, block shots. He scores around the basket. So the kid has a big future.
Boylen was a previous interim head coach with the Chicago Bulls during the 2007 and 2008 season, in which he compiled a 24-32 record. Tonight, he looked very comfortable out there.
I've been down this road before, so I won my first game against the Bucks when I was in Chicago, and it felt great. Feels great right now too. I'm just going to enjoy it, and now I go down to Chicago and play those guys tomorrow. So I'm going to enjoy it for probably 20 minutes or so.
Coach Boylen discusses the difference between an assistant coach and now being the head coach and how his duties on the court during the game have changed.
There's always that awkward moment where you find yourself up there and you're like, what am I doing up here? And then oh, it's all right, so. But then once the game gets going and the juices get flowing. It's just another basketball game that you've been through. But it was great, because the guys were so enthusiastic. It was great to kind of get a team that was, kind of giving it to us early on, and we just hung in there, and then we found a way in the second half to put them away. So it was a great feeling. It was a great team effort. So that was the nicest part of it.
The Bucks are now 1-0 under the Jim Boylen era and travel to Chicago tomorrow, fresh off their win.
I was just on a mission just to get a win, period. Just the fact that we lost 4 in a row. We didn't want to lose another one. So, but most important thing is, we have a back-to-back. So we have Chicago, a team that's in our division, and we haven't been that great on back-to-back. So, I'm already thinking about Chicago right now.
This is Ryan Ellerbush reporting for Midwest Baller.